I look like a fucking rooster today. You can hear them in the background. Hey everybody, Harry coming to you from beautiful Live Oak. It's kind of dark on my side here. It's kind of shady, but it's sunshiny out and it's breezy and just a beautiful day to sit outside. And I thought I'd do my video today. Yesterday, just didn't have time to do make my video outside. So this will be like Jay on his video said, it's a little bit different than what I normally do. This is sort of a video that we're doing, sort of like a fuck you to Ryan Chattaway's 24-hour movie marathon that he has done since I think 2012 or 2011, something like that. And basically, his thing is he has certain rules and regulations. You have to watch 24 hours of movies, and sometimes you can watch them all in one day. Luke, Razor Wire Reviews, makes a big production out of these. I think around 2.5 to 3 hour long videos. And it's and they're pretty cool. I haven't been able to sit through a 3 hour sitting on it, but I've watched parts of them, and he does very good editing work and little plot lines, and he has guest vloggers in there talking about movies, guest stars, the little plot line that he creates for these things. But yeah, basically he comes up with these rules, and James said he had enough of this shit, so, but it's all in jest, it's all in good fun. Matter of fact, Ryan lives that way, actually, about 70 miles east of me in Jacksonville. I live in north central Florida, in Live Oak. He lives in Jacksonville, so about an hour and a half away from where he takes up residence. So I have not run into him. I've been to Jacksonville several times, but we have not met. But we have talked a few times. So, anyways, so each one of us had picked a movie for each other, two from each of us, one of our favorite movies, and one kind of a throw-in movie. Jay did my picks for him last night, which was the Hateful Eight and Layer Cake, and then which are really good reviews, good movies too, very good movies that I had picked. James wasn't too happy with the first pick I did. Well, he's probably not happy with both of them, because one's sort of like a film noir, and the other one is I gave him Easy A, which is an Emma Stone movie, but he didn't have it, so I went with Superbad, which is a Seth Rogen produced movie, and it also has his buddy in it. What's his name? Anyways, neither here nor there. So I watched Jay's picks last night, because these are the ones I had readily available, and I was hoping to do Ian's first, but I'm waiting on fucking Amazon, thanks to the coronavirus. So I should get his other movie in the mail tomorrow, because I have to have it wanted it in my collection anyway. So Jay's picks for me were two films from the 80s, and one's a sequel, the other one is a spin-off from Saturday Night Live. And the one he picked for me comes from this box set, Star Trek Original Motion Picture Collection, Blu-ray collection. I bought this, 2010, 2011, and The Wrath of Khan, Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. And I figure I'd just go ahead and show you this box set instead of the disc, the disc cover, because it's kind of bland. has Chekhov on the front of it, but it's kind of bland looking, and I thought this looks so much better. The new Space Force insignia. Star Trek. So Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan is a sequel to the Star Trek original motion picture film. Came out in 1979, 1980, and but this is a continuation of from the original Star Trek series that came out in I think it was season 2 of Star Trek, called The Space Seed, and this stars Ricardo Montalban, and he comes back as Khan, and to revenge the death of his wife, James T. Kirk, inadvertently, I guess. I haven't watched the original show in a while, but it killed his wife, Khan's wife. So this was his revenge, and Khan gets sent to this planet, and then years later, Khan and his group get sent to this planet, kind of like a penal colony type thing, and they have survived all those years. Captain Kirk now becomes Admiral Kirk. He's not in charge of the Enterprise. Spock is the captain of the Enterprise. And they're going on an inspection tour because they redone up the Enterprise and remodeled it and rebuilt it, I guess. And then and there's a program called Genesis that comes out. It's out that will take a dead planet, and you put this Genesis thing on there, and it creates a whole planet in a day, in grass, rivers, waterfalls, and all that stuff. Khan finds this out because Chekhov and all go to this planet with Paul Winfrey. Can't remember the character's name in that. Anyways, they go there, and Khan is there, and he captures them and gets the information about that and where Kirk is. And they take over the ship, and then it all goes to fruition from there. It moves on from there, where it's a battle between Khan and Kirk in this. So, yeah, pretty good. Kirstie Alley's in it. Leonard Nimoy, of course, is Spock, and William Shatner. Now, I've seen this a couple times before, and this is probably the second most popular or favorite of mine in this film series here of the original cast. Star Trek IV has always been a favorite of mine, just because of the humor of it, and they were in today, well, in modern times, which would be back then 1983, 84. But this was actually, this is probably the best of the Star Trek films from the original cast. The Wrath of Khan, and it's the most popular with fan favorites. So it runs a little bit, about 2 hours long, something like that. Yeah, about 2 hours long. And I'm glad that Jay picked it. It was good to watch it again. The special effects are 80s special effects, but very good. I enjoyed it, watching the special effects. It's better. If you ever watched the movie called The Last Starfighter, the special effects look really bad. I guess it was the first time they used computer graphics. These were like practical effects used in there, and blue screen. Remember blue screen? And but yeah, it looked pretty good. I was looking on here. The budget for this film was $12 million, and according to Wikipedia, it made $97 million at the box office. So yeah, this is a good film. If you've not watched it, you kind of have to watch these in order. But yeah, The Wrath of Khan is very good movie. Ricardo Montalban, I was just reading too, that he had been playing Fantasy Island before this for many years as Mr. O'Rourke, and he had to get a copy of the show from Paramount to watch so he can get the character Khan back again, because he had trouble. He was in between O'Rourke and Mr. O'Rourke and Khan, so he had to watch it several times and to get his character back again. What else can I say about this movie? Kirstie Alley was actually good in this movie, one of her better roles. I'm not a big fan of hers. But yeah, Paul Winfrey's in this. And he gets killed. Then wasn't even wearing a red shirt and he got killed. Yeah, need to check it out. I believe Leonard Nimoy. Let me just double check here myself. No, it was directed by Nicholas Meyer. And you know, it has William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, DeForest Kelley, James Doohan, Walter Koenig, George Takei, Nichelle Nichols, all from the original series back. And yeah. And so now I'll be back and we'll talk about the second movie that Jay picked. Alright. Self-editing from camera, from phone. Anyways, my hair is all over the place. It bothers me. Anyways, so the second movie that Jay picked for me was The Blues Brothers from 1980, starring Dan Aykroyd and James Belushi, and directed by John Landis. And also written by John Landis and Dan Aykroyd. And of course, you know, the Blues Brothers is based on characters from the Saturday Night Live television show from the 70s. They actually made an album. The Blues Brothers Band, with the Blues Brothers Bands, they made an album, and then they had a soundtrack to this one. This one, you know, stars James Brown, Cab Calloway, Ray Charles, Carrie Fisher, Aretha Franklin, Henry Gibson as the Nazi, the Illinois Nazi. Also, John Lee Hooker is in it. Joe Walsh with the Eagles is at the very end at the Jailhouse Rock scene. Let's see. It was made for $30 million, and it made $115.2 million at the box office. So I would say this is a success. This is also a very popular film from the time. A lot of quotable lines. Yeah, I'm using Star Trek to hold it up. A lot of quotable lines from the film, like I hate Illinois, I hate Nazis, I hate Illinois Nazis. And then I didn't realize this until last night when I watched this, that Carrie Fisher owned. I watched the extended cut of this last night, and it runs about 2 hours and 20 minutes. John Candy's also in this. I didn't have time to mention it, but anyway, she had owned a shop, a hairstyling, called Curled Up and Dye hair salon. But that was funny. Using Wrigley Field as an address. Dan Aykroyd used that on his license when the Nazis show up. They show up at Wrigley Field to pick them up. Let's see here. A lot of great music in it. Try not to use my notes so much, but I'm trying to use by memory, which you know sucks. But anyways, a lot of great music in it. She Caught the Katy, an old blues song. You hear a lot of Sam and Dave in there. You hear Otis Redding. You hear, like I said, Ray Charles sings "Shake Your Tail Feather." Aretha Franklin with "Think." John Lee Hooker with Boom Boom. Everybody Loves Somebody by the Blues Brothers. It also has Donald Duck Dunn and Steve Cropper is in the band. Matt Guitar Murphy, who just passed away not too long ago, he's in this. It's classic. I believe everybody's seen it. I had not seen the Blues Brothers 2000. This is my Universal 100th Anniversary Edition. Jay mentioned that this is coming out on 4K. I don't know the 4K. I'm just happy with this Blu-ray here. It looks wonderful. Better than the VHS I had, which was the VHS I had was pan and scan, so it looked horrible. The print was horrible, even though it came from Universal. Yeah, this is great film. The bar scene where they're playing in a country bar. That's how that gives you little facts about the movies. It was released June 20th, 1980. But the bar scene where they're singing Stand By Your Man, it's a classic. Charles Napier's in that too. He plays one of the singers that show up, the Good Old Boys. Finally shows up to the gig late. Playing Rawhide as well. And that how dirty Chicago. I thought New York was dirty, but Chicago is really dirty. At the chase scene, there's newspapers and garbage everywhere in the streets. Going through Lower Wacker Drive in Chicago, which I always thought was a funny thing. Crazy shit too. The chase scene between Henry Gibson, the Nazis, and the Blues Brothers, and they go off an on-ramp or a ramp that's being constructed, and that thing must have been, miles up in the air. You can see it dropping down on Chicago and landed on the street. The car flip, the police car. That was the other thing, picking up Jake Elwood, picking Jake up in a Mount Prospect police car, used police car. The mall scene, Steven Spielberg at the end. Craziness beyond crazy. Fun movie. The Blues Brothers. So I wasted 18 minutes of your life. Thank you for watching. Tonight, by the way, I'm going to watch James's videos, or suggestions. Alien is one of them. I got to watch these in 2 nights. So Alien is one of them, and then Mars Attacks, which I have never seen. I don't own it, so I'm renting it on Amazon Prime for $2.99, $3.99, something like that. So I'll probably watch that tonight. And anyways, thank you for watching. Look for more from us, from the Grumpy Old Men. Bob has picks. Ian and James have more, and Mike did his. And I don't know if he was doing any more. But anyways, thank you for watching. Bye.